Picture the early 2000s, the golden age of Pokémon cards. One set marked the end of that era and became legend. Skyridge, the final set from Pokémon's Wizards of the Coast era, is a treasure trove of rare and valuable cards. Now, join us on a journey through the top 10 most expensive Skyridge cards. Flareon is a fan-favorite evolution, and in Skyridge, it received a beautiful holo card with art by Kyoko Umamoto that depicts Flareon with an intense flame aura against a starry night. Historically, Skyridge was the last Pokémon set by Wizards of the Coast, so its print run was low, making cards like Flareon harder to find in gem mint condition. In the early 2000s, this card wasn't particularly expensive, but as collectors completed walk-era sets, Flareon's value climbed steadily. On today's market, PSA 10 copies of Skyridge Flareon have sold for around $1.7 to $1.8 thousand. That's a big jump from just a few years ago, reflecting both the card's scarcity and popularity among evolution collectors. Interestingly, the Japanese counterpart typically sells for less, underscoring how English Skyridge often commands a premium due to their limited release. Kabutops might not be the first Pokémon you think of for a Grail card, but in Skyridge, it received a coveted Crystal Secret Rare. This card of the 6 Crystal Pokémon in the set, identified by the Crystal type, is illustrated by Atsuko Nishida. The art features Kabutops in a dynamic pose, with a glittering holographic background. The print rarity is a big factor here. As a secret rare, it was extremely hard to pull even in 2003. Casual collectors might not realize Kabutops got this special treatment, making it a hidden gem. Despite Kabutops being a less mainstream character, its market value has climbed due to its scarcity and the broader Skyridge hype. A PSA 10-gem mint Kabutops recently sold for $1,981 at auction. Next up is another unlikely star, Crystal Golem. This card is a secret rare like Kabutops, and features Golem as a colorless crystal-type Pokémon. The artwork by Mitsuhiro Arita, who famously illustrated base set Charizard, shows Golem in a rocky landscape, and the holofoil makes the sky behind this guy shimmer with cosmic energy. The print run was extremely low, and many Skyridge packs were left unopened due to skyrocketing prices of the sealed product, meaning gem mint Golems are few and far between. In terms of value, Crystal Golem has recently hovered around the $2,000 mark in PSA 10. At number 7, we have Crystal Crobat, another secret rare from Skyridge's Crystal lineup. Crobat's card is gorgeous. Illustrated by Atsuko Nishida, it depicts the purple bat-like Pokémon mid-flight, with an explosion of holofoil behind him. Crobat might not be as iconic as Charizard or the evolutions, but this card has become a sleeper hit among collectors. The Crystal type allows Crobat to change type based on attached energy, a unique mechanic reflected across all Crystal cards. Market-wise, PSA 10 Crystal Crobat has recently achieved sales in the mid-thousands, putting it comfortably on this list. One auction showed a gem mint copy reaching $3,770, a hefty price that reflects its rarity. Unlike the Crystal cards above, Gyarados is a standard holo rare, but it's proven to be one of the most valuable regular holos in the set. The artwork by Kimiya Masago features a menacing Gyarados rearing up. The holofoil pattern on this card is stunning, with a cosmic sparkle that gives the raging water behind Gyarados an almost ethereal glow. Historically, Gyarados has always been a popular Pokémon, so collectors gravitate toward any high-end Gyarados print. All of that has driven Gyarados' price upward. In recent auctions, a PSA 10 Skyridge Gyarados fetched around $3,850, which is huge for a non-secret rare. To put it in perspective, that's a price that even exceeds some of the Crystal cards from other sets. Kicking off the top 5 is Crystal Celebi, a secret rare that is as mystical as its Pokémon lore. Celebi's Skyridge card is a basic Pokémon, but a secret rare with a Crystal-type ability. The artwork is by the legendary Mitsuhiro Arita. In terms of context, Celebi was one of the cover legends for Skyridge, and its card was always considered special. It was one of the hardest pulls from the set when it launched in 2003. Print rarity and its mythical status make it a high-priority target for collectors finishing the E-Series era sets. Value-wise, Crystal Celebi has seen a strong rise and currently commands around $4,000 to $5,000 in PSA 10. The latest PSA 10 sale hit around $4,600. Just outside the top 3 is Crystal Ho-Oh, another secret rare and one of the crown jewels of Skyridge. Ho-Oh is a legendary Pokémon, and its Skyridge card does it justice with spectacular art by Hajime Kusajima. The illustration has Ho-Oh swooping down with a rainbow reflective hollow foil. The print run was minimal, and many consider this one of the hardest Skyridge cards to grade because any scratch or print line on that expansive hollow could knock it out of PSA 10 contention. The market for Ho-Oh has been very strong. Recent PSA 10 sales have been around $7,600, placing it well above most holos and even some crystals from other sets. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. It helps the channel massively and costs you nothing. In third place is Umbreon, a non-crystal holo that has achieved the legendary status in the collector market. Umbreon's Skyridge card is a regular holo rare, but it's anything but ordinary. The card's artwork by Atsuko Nishida shows Umbreon prowling under a moonlit sky, with a holo foil creating a sparkling night with stars. Historically, this card was always sought after, but it used to play second fiddle to crystals and Charizards. Not anymore. Umbreon has surged dramatically in price over the past few years. As of now, PSA 10 Umbreon has breached the 5-figure mark in private sales, and publicly, it's around $9,000 to $12,000 range. Runner-up on the list is Gengar, another regular holo that has skyrocketed in value. Gengar has always been an immensely popular Pokémon, and the Skyridge holo is often cited as one of Gengar's best-looking cards. The art by Kyoko Umamoto depicts Gengar with a mischievous grin amid a swirling vortex of shadows and spirits. Initially, Skyridge Gengar was a fan favorite, but not the highest in price. For many years, crystal cards outvalued it. Now, PSA 10 Skyridge Gengar has sold for jaw-dropping prices, on the order of $12,000 to $15,000 US. In fact, a gem mint copy sold for $15,000 in the early 2025. Topping our list, unsurprisingly, is Crystal Charizard. This card is the ultimate prize from Skyridge, a secret rare Charizard that has attained mythic status among collectors. The artwork by Kuki Saito shows Charizard in a dynamic pose. Historically, this card is significant because it was one of the last Charizards printed by Wizards of the Coast. In fact, Skyridge booster boxes even had a jumbo oversized box topper of Crystal Charizard as a farewell bonus. Print rarity is extreme. Being a secret rare in a low-run set, many collectors went years without even seeing one in person. PSA 10 Crystal Charizard is one of the most expensive English Pokémon cards. Recent auctions have reached stratospheric numbers. To put it plainly, a Gem Mint PSA 10 sold in May 2025 for $27,000. And that's it for today's list. If you found this helpful, make sure to leave a like, and let me know in the comments which cards you are picking up next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.